Hello, this is Cuckoo. Today, I want to show you this. This is the Moog Matriarch. I love this modular synthesizer. I've been using it for the last couple of weeks and recording, producing, and making sounds with it as a sample pack for you to enjoy, even if you don't have the Moog Matriarch. Maybe you have like the OP-Z, maybe you have the OP-1 or something other that can play samples like the Digitakt from Electron. There's a lot of samplers out there, or Ableton Live, and I've been making samples from the Moog Matriarch and trying to make them very useful for people using samplers. And one thing, here's a picture of me, by the way. Look at this. So I was in the zone here, as you can see, and also you can see there's a lot of cables going back and forth between the Moog and my other little system. And most of the time it's just using extra attenuators, extra envelopes, and extra LFOs and VCAs because there's just so much you could do on the Matriarch itself. So I've been branching out to my other system and to make the most of it. So I'm trying to keep kind of the modular factor down in this pack in order to make it just good synth sounds that you can play and to have that full Moog sound kind of archived in a good keyboard-friendly format. So instead of going all wacky, modular stuff, I've tried to make this like a keyboard-oriented sound pack. And I hope you appreciate that. And also, I try to start mixing the sounds and making them kind of produced. But once I started doing that, I kind of lost a little bit of that full spectrum of that Moog specific sound. And so I decided not to mix most of these sounds, actually. It's just a raw take with just maybe a little nudge here and there in some of the sounds in order to preserve as much as possible of that particular Moog Matriarch vibe. So without further ado, let's go ahead and demo the sound and take a listen for yourselves. Going to demo them on Ableton Live, on a Digitakt perhaps, maybe even an Octatrack. And I made specific packs for these because these are really like low memory machines. So I had to be a little bit more creative on these to make them better. And actually, the drum kit that I made on here, yeah, it became really cool. So I actually resampled that into the pack as well. Yeah, no more talk. Let's go ahead and show you some of the sounds. Oh yeah, almost forgot the Nordwave 2. Yeah, native patches for the Nordwave 2 as well. No patches, but sample banks. Yeah, let's go. First off, the computer. Here it is, the pack in all its glory. Yeah, Ableton, Nord 3, OP-1, OP-Z, and Wave, plus Nord project files. So Ableton is a self-contained Ableton Live project with a lot of the patches ready for you to play on the keyboard. Nord 3 is all of the patches are made specifically for the Nord, 48 patches. But as you can see here, half of them roughly has the letter S in the file name. And that means that it's a small file size, as in small. So what I've done is that I've reduced the number of samples used to a third and skipped over samples in order to make the file size smaller. So if you want to fit more onto your device, use the S. If you want the full one sample per key, use the non-S. So here you can see an example of that. Yeah. OP-1. And I try to answer like the most frequently asked question in here in the names of these folders. The OP-1 has a memory for 42 sample synth patches and 42 drum patches. So if you exceed that, you will get this message, error creating patch. And there's nothing wrong, just that you exceed the number of patches that it can hold. So if you get that when you transfer these patches, take some of the patches out, back them up, and put some of these samples in. You don't have to put all of the samples in one go. Take some of them, note which ones are your favorites, and then mix and match. OP-Z is very similar, but it has another type of limitation, is that on track 1 through 4 you can have drum kits, track 5 through 8 you can have synth patches. So I created 40 synth patches, so you can fill it up completely if you want to, or just so you can try everything out in one go and then note which ones are your favorites. And yeah, cool. And here in the Wave plus Nord project files is the whole like fat. Let's see how big it is. It's 1.22 gigabyte large, but it's a little bit misleading. It's roughly half of that, because in every folder here I've numbered the files like this, one note at a time, but also I've placed all of the notes in one sample. So for instance, if you want to slice it on the octatrack, you can go with this one. If you want one sample by one sample, you can take these. So let's listen to some patches. I wanted to keep it warm and fuzzy, because I think there's a lot of electronic instrument where that warmth is kind of missing. So I wanted to make this pack with a lot of warmth present. And here you can see A versus B. I've kept a little effect there and a stereo delay kind of thing. And here, slightly different. So the naming convention is A, B, C. They're variations of the same patch. And then down here you can see this folder called Nord, and what's in here are the actual source files for the Nord pack. So let's open one and see what it's like. I'm gonna open this, and then you're gonna open it in the Nord sample editor. It looks like this. The whole sample with all of the sounds and sliced conveniently like this. So if you want to make changes to this, go in here. So what I've done with the reduced size is, well, you can see it right here. I've just used every third sample. Yeah, it's quit. Okay, so let's listen to some of the sounds in Ableton Live first and see what it sounds like. I'll fire off Ableton Live like so. In order to make this not a 2-hour-long video, just gonna race through the sounds and have a little peek on what it sounds like. So it's 24 patches here, ready-made, just plug and play. And yeah, here's one. It's warm and fuzzy. Here's another variation of that. Nice. Here's another one, a third variation. And of course, each patch can be manipulated here. So if you wanted in monophonic, just go in here and change the voices to 1. For instance. Okay, the next one. Yeah, so this is the Ableton Live project. I'm gonna exit that, and then let's check out the Nord patches, shall we? So with the Nordwave 2, it sounds more or less exactly the same as the starting point as with Ableton Live. It handles samples beautifully and maybe slightly softer than in the computer. That's my impression, at least. And also, if you use the filters here, you can soften it up even more. And here's a good example of the smaller size and the full size. In this particular sound, it's just very clean and simple. So with the small version, you won't even notice that there's actually a third of the file size and a third of the number of samples in there, because it's such a simple waveform and you don't really mind if that is being pitched up and down for 3 semitones. So you can save a lot of memory that way. Release time, reverb, dark reverb, maybe even a hall. It's a beautiful keyboard. Epic. All of that reverb and stuff was in the sample. So there's it's not reverb, it's a delay, the Moog Matriarch delay. Just keep it there. Yeah. Reverb, velocity, Yeah, so that's a Nordwave. You get the idea. Just mix and match, do whatever you like with the samples. Let's try out the OP-1, shall we? All right, so here it is, OP-1. I made this little jam earlier just to check out the sounds. Yeah, most of the sounds are here. in different shapes. Like, let's go through the synths ones. Preserving that Moog vibe. I like it. Yeah, let's do this. Let's make like a, I don't know, like a grime something. Okay, and I'm gonna bring it down. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That's nice. Now we don't need the metronome. Oof. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah. Okay. That's the one. This rocks. OP-Z. That's so start here. Cue me up. 1, 2, 3, and. Yes, as you can hear and see, it works very well on this little machine. I quite enjoy putting a whole new batch of samples into machines, and then it feels like a whole new instrument. Let's try one more machine, shall we? Like a Digitakt. Let's go. 1000. All right, so this. Yeah, something like that, something like that, something like that. Yeah. So these were just a couple of examples of what you can do with these sounds and what it sounds like. And also just a couple of examples of what devices you can use, but it's samples. You can use them wherever you can use samples. Remember that. And it doesn't have to stop where the samples stop. You can just take it further and further and further away in your particular creative way. So if you enjoy the sounds, please head over to my web store and purchase the pack over there. It's store.truecuckoo.com. Or if you're supporting me on Patreon on a monthly basis, thank you so much for that. It means a lot to me and for the continuity of this channel. So thank you. And all of these packs are available to you as well, as you know, dear patrons. Yeah, that's it for this time. I hope you like the pack. I hope you create some wonderful music with it, and stay creative, stay curious, and yeah, keep it up. Make music. Take care.